Hello again, good people, and welcome to another episode of Fearless Theory, where I'll be teaching you how to become a fearless music theory expert. My name is Joe Valdez. I am one of the teachers here at the San Jose Academy of Music, here in glorious, sunny San Jose, California. Let's get started. So, let's go ahead and try to recall some of the things that we've talked about in the first two episodes of Fearless Theory. In the first episode, we talked about half steps and whole steps. In the second episode of Fearless Theory, we talked about the major scale and how to make it or construct it. Remember that these are two of the most important things you will need to know as you continue to learn more about music theory and become fearless. Today's lesson is about becoming fearless as well. We're going to be talking about the 5 lines and 4 spaces that musicians most commonly call the staff. Before we get to that, let me talk about the piano, how the different parts of the piano work. We're going to be relating the piano keys to the staff, how to be reading the staff, and be able to play what's on the staff, and vice versa. Here is a picture of the 88 keys total that you can play on the piano. Take note, this is a picture of all 88 keys on an actual piano. We first had to figure out where middle C is. The nearest C to half of the piano is most likely going to be the one we call middle C. By the way, that's the name of the first note we'll be learning today, C. Later on, we'll be learning the names of the other 6 notes, and we'll go from there. Middle C is the most important one to know. One other way to find middle C is by counting either from the left side of the piano or from the right side. If you count from the left, so going this way, going to the right, as we count, I'm going to go ahead and name the C's. So our first C would be here, and this one would be called C1. Okay, that's our first C. After that, our second C would be here. This one is called C2. My bad. Doesn't quite look like a 2. I had the number 4 in mind. Jumping ahead of myself. The next would be C3. And speaking of jumping ahead of myself, here we are, finally. Thinking of the number 4, C4. This is the jackpot one. This is middle C. This is the important one. It's the middle of the piano. And later on, we'll see why it's important to know what middle C is, because it's incredibly important for knowing how the rest of reading sheet music works. Okay, so there's middle C. Then we go on to C5, C6, C7, and finally, our last one, although it's super at the edge of the camera and at the edge of the piano, honestly, but C8. But there you go. It's the 4th C coming from the left, and it's the 5th C coming from the right. So coming from the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're on middle C. Coming from the right, going to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's the 5th C. We want to know this note. This note is uber important. I cannot explain how important it is. Being able to locate middle C for yourself is crucial to understanding the rest of this video. So, once again, either cut your piano in half. It'll be around here. I'll be cutting your keyboard in half. This would be the closest C to half of your piano. Or take the easier route, and I suggest you take this easier route. You either count 5 from the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kaboom, middle C, or 4 from the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, kaboom, middle C, and that's how you find your middle C on the piano. Hey guys, so this is the staff. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines on the staff, and in between those 5 lines there are 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. And this is where all of our pitches will be written down. And this is where I'll be writing down the pitches of the C major scale, which we've seen so much over the last few videos. To start off, we want to know what this symbol is. This is called a G clef. More on this later. Not too important right now. Just take my word for it, that's called a G clef or a treble clef. And that symbol tells you what the rest of these lines will mean. Now when you see this symbol at the beginning of the staff, that means that middle C or C4 is here. You draw it on what is called a ledger line, which is basically an extension of the 5 lines and 4 spaces that you already see. It goes beyond the pitches represented by the 5 lines and 4 spaces. So that's our middle C. When you see that symbol with the G clef there and this note here with the ledger line, that means the music is asking you to play C. Middle C, C4. Right then and there. Okay, going on. Upwards in pitch for our scale. So that's middle C. After that we have D, E, trying to write properly here, F, it's a little difficult, my arm's in a weird position, G, A, B, and to complete the scale, we now have our last C. This is C5 now. So there you go. That's our C major scale. Once again, this is C, specifically C4. This is D, E, F, G, A, B, and finally onto the next octave, C, specifically C5. And that is how we represent the pitches on the staff with the G clef at the front of it. This is a C major scale, and also as played for you on the piano. There you have it, guys. So, there you have it, folks. How to read the staff, the different notes in C major on the staff, and how to play those notes on the piano. My name is Joe Valdez. I'm one of the teachers here at the San Jose Academy of Music. I really do hope to see your lovely faces in our school today, or perhaps in the future. And I'll see you next time on the next episode of Fearless Theory. And remember to be fearless.